All right, y'all. Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Apollos back with these righteous reactions. I think this is episode 34. Giving all praise to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. All right, so we got another one here for you today. I'm sure it's gonna make a lot of the feminists mad, but it's gonna help a lot of brothers out, to understand, plain and simple what it is, what your position is in your household. We have to accept it. We got to go by what God say in order to do this thing right. I mean, He's setting it up right now to where ain't nobody relationship gonna last. And like we always say, the reason why we do this is so you can see what's going on outside your household and see how it's almost the same as what's going on inside your household. It's because everybody relationship jacked up. And the reason for that is because we done threw away God's laws. We done threw away God's laws in all aspects of our life. But the main aspect of our life that we need it in is in our household. And, the way our households are being ran today is a testament to that because nobody's able to survive. Nobody is going without getting hit by this curse. And the curse is coming because people are forgetting God's laws, throwing God completely out of the aspect of a marriage or a relationship. He's the creator of relationships, but people look at him like he had it all wrong. Like when he set the man over the woman as the Lord and controller and master of the woman, he was wrong. And that's the norm today is the woman's supposed to be in charge. So we got to go back to the book to see what it say in order to fix our households, man. This is what Righteous Reactions is about, what it always been about families, fixing your household, and making sure that the next generation understand that you got to follow God to do this right. Without the book, we can't do it. If y'all ain't noticed yet, we cannot do it without the book. So hopefully y'all check this out today and y'all can understand that it's not wrong for a man to rule his house. And it's wrong for a woman to try to stop him or to not listen. It's called a sin in the Bible. So y'all gonna see that for yourself. We done brought it out several times, but we're gonna make sure we get very specific in this video on the roles, the gender roles between man and woman. All right. So we're gonna go through a few videos first. We're gonna have to break this up into a few parts. Unfortunately, the StreamYard ain't acting right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this here on Clip Champ, which only give you 30 minutes. That's the reason why I've been hitting y'all with 30 minutes righteous reactions recently. I've been doing them on this Clip Champ. So on here, it's gonna break it up into a few parts. So this is just part one, y'all. All right, let's get into this video. Like I said, we're going to watch the videos. Then we're going to break out some scriptures on this whole order and how it's supposed to be. But first, I want y'all to see where people's head is at right now. Again, so you can understand it's just not your household. Everybody crazy. All right, let's get it.
If there's one thing this whole Simone Biles situation showed us is that there are two types of women in this world. There are women who want to serve her husband, cater to her husband, and play that traditional wife material role. And then there are women who don't want to do none of that. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you and your husband love it, I like it. Who am I to say, oh my gosh, that is wrong? But what I've been noticing though, a lot of those women who don't want to play that traditional wifey role will call women who do play those roles a pygmy. And that's the issue there because Simone Biles played a role of she is going to, for lack of better words, submit in that first interaction and message him first and initiate the conversation. And look how many women are calling her, pardon me, a pick me. Now, the issue with that though, a lot of these women expect men to play that traditional leadership protector role, but they don't want to play that catering, serving, submissive
A man to lead and you don't
Hold on. Let's go back, hit it one more time. And I'm going to hit the points on it.
If there's one thing this whole Simone Biles situation showed us is that there are two types of women in this world. There are women who want to serve her husband, cater to her husband, and play that traditional wife material role.
Notice she called that traditional. Serving her husband, catering to her husband is known as traditional, meaning what people used to do back in the day. Where'd they get that from? They got it from the Bible. All right. A lot of women want a man to be traditional where he protects and provides for the family or for the woman, but they don't want to be in the traditional woman role. We hear that a lot today. So we seeing that a lot of women, or it's a certain set of women that want to play this traditional role, and then it's a certain set of women that don't. But understanding that the tradition is serving is key, because why would you be serving a man if he wasn't in a higher position than you, according to the Bible?
Role, and then there are women who don't want to do none of that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you and your husband,
There's absolutely something wrong with that. There's no way it can work like that. You cannot have a relationship where the woman's not submitted. Then the man's gonna have to be put in the submission role, which that's going to eventually turn the woman off, because she's gonna see that he's a weak man. And that's the reason why the relationships don't last anymore, because she thinks that she wants you to submit. She thinks she wants you to be soft and let her lead. But once she actually gets that, she realized this is horrible. I don't want a man that I can easily look at me. I'm a little old woman. I can let this man, I can control this man. This man can let me rule all over him, run all over him when he way stronger than me. Then she knows weak mentally you are a weak man. Once she realizes this, the relationship is over, because then she's now actually looking for that strength. She's looking for a man to guide her and lead her. America is tricking women into thinking they want one thing while it's impossible to have it. It's impossible to have this strong, dominant man that you want as a leader, but you can still control him. That's impossible. So it's trying to trick women into thinking that's possible, but then when they actually control the man, they see that he's not the man that they want him to be. That's why when they start off with you, you this man that can't be controlled, and then once she gets you under her control, she don't want you no more. It's because she's not designed to have you under her control. She's not designed to conquer you. She's designed to be conquered. And as the title of the video say, the woman's lord or the woman's master is the man. So she should never be able to conquer her master. She shouldn't even be trying. But again, she's going by what America told her. So that's why she think it's okay.
love it, I like it. Who am I to say, oh my gosh, that is wrong?
God says it's wrong. It's called a sin.
But what I've been noticing though, a lot of those women who don't want to play that traditional wifey role will call women who do play those roles a pick-me. And that's the issue there, because Simone Biles played a role of she is going to, for lack of better words, submit in that first interaction. And
See, she say, for lack of a better word. No, that's the word, submit. Like actually be in subjection to the man. There's nothing wrong with it, but that sounds like a cuss word today. So you got to say, for lack of a better word. I really don't want to use this word, but I ain't got no other word to use. Now that's the word. I mean, it's clear. That's how God set it up for a reason. It wasn't an accident. It tell you in the Bible the woman's supposed to submit. It actually used that word that women look at as a cuss word today. And if your woman is a godly woman, she ain't gonna see it as a bad thing. If she an evil woman, she gonna be like, I ain't submitting to no man. Can't no man tell me what to do. We have to accept and understand that God calls this an evil woman. We have to, in order for our households to be healed. It's simple as that. If we keep making excuses like, oh, she okay, she's not that bad, she this and she that, when she don't do nothing you say, you are the one that's going to be the problem of keeping your household down. You are the reason why your household is not getting back on track. It's because you're accepting the bad behavior. You're accepting a woman being a demon in your household.
message him first and initiate the conversation, and look how many women are calling her, pardon me, a pick me. No, the issue with that though, a lot of these women expect men to play that traditional leadership protector role, but they don't want to play that catering, serving, submissive.
Yep.
She said it. They want that man to do his role, but she don't want to do her role. And that is why it's upside down today, y'all. We gotta pay attention to that. It's a reason why women want the tradition. It's because that's what it's supposed to be. She want the man to be in his position. She want the man to act like a man. But we want the woman to act like a woman. which is submitting and obeying. We want that just as much as you want what a man's supposed to be. But y'all want to change the definition of what a woman is and expect us to just accept it while still playing our traditional role. That's the definition of crazy right there. But here go another one. We're gonna go through a few of them.
Being a man to lead and you don't listen, being a man to lead and you don't listen is wild. Women are out here saying that they want a masculine man that'll lead them, yet they're out there not listening. That in itself is so demasculating. Want a man to lead you, you better be ready to listen. Being a man to lead.
Well, asking a man to lead you, you better be ready to listen. How could you possibly lead somebody that's not following you? That don't make no sense at all. When you actually write it out on paper, actually say it, verbatim, it don't make no sense. But that's what's going on as a majority. It's many women saying they want a man to lead them. I want a man to lead me, but don't control me. That don't make no sense. Just so you know, if he's set up in the master seat, he's set up to control you. I know it sounds like a cuss word, just like submit, but we have to know the definition of these words and the definition of marriage and gender roles in order for us to understand that these things are not wrong. It's how God set it up. All right. Let's hear this one more time.
And you don't listen is wild. Women are out here saying that they want a masculine man that'll lead them.
They are saying this. All right. She didn't just pull this out of behind. They are saying that they want a masculine man, a dominant man that's going to lead them. There's things that have to happen. Like you have to be in order for that to happen.
Yeah, they're out there not listening. That in itself is so demasculating.
And see, listen is a softer word for obey. Just so you know, listening, she have to actually take in what he's saying and do what he tell her to do. But when you say listen, it don't sound as hard. Just like she probably don't even understand what she's saying when it comes to listening, meaning to obey. Because the word listen don't sound nowhere near as hard as to actually do the action of listening, meaning showing that you're listening.
A man to lead you, you better be ready to listen.
So I've posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman. They want a traditional woman and that there aren't enough of them out there. So that had me thinking like, well, what is the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman? I wrote some notes here to distinguish the difference. A modern woman is someone who's independent. She has a full-time career. She prioritizes career and education over family and children. She is strong and wants to be taken seriously. And you'll probably hear her say things like, I don't need no man to support me and never depend on a man. A traditional woman is someone who focuses on family and children. She cooks and she cleans. She knows how to take care of her man mentally, emotionally, and physically. She's graceful and nurturing, and I'm going to say it, submissive. So, for all the modern women out there, I hear all the time that they want a traditional man, but it's sounding to me like traditional men don't actually want modern women. And I can't tell you how many times I hear women say they don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills. So I'm just curious, women, do you consider yourself modern or traditional? And what kind of man are you actually looking for? And for men, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a woman if it's not a modern woman?
Yeah, she said it all right there. And it coming out of a woman's mouth, it's easier for y'all to hear it and take it. Because when I say it or when a man say it, it's misogynistic. It's all the negative terms that you can get. But when a woman actually show you the hypocrisy of what it is, then you actually like, maybe women is tripping. Maybe women on something else. Because it makes no sense what you're asking for. And then you don't want to do what it takes to get it. That's like saying, I want a cake, but I don't want to bake it. I don't want to actually put in the right ingredients to get the right cake out. I want to put in mayonnaise and mustard and ketchup and all this, and then I want a cake to pop out the oven. Nah, you got to actually put in the ingredients for a cake to get a cake out the oven. Our women today do not want to do that, and they call it modern women, meaning the new age women. Y'all cannot expect a man to be what a man is supposed to be, while you want to be a walrus, while you want to be a grasshopper or any other animal other than an actual human woman. Because a human woman was created to serve a man. That's your creation. That's what you was created for. You wasn't created to be another species other than the species that's attached to a man. I know y'all don't want to hear it because y'all think y'all, way up here above a man. Whole time you in sin when you think you above a man. You have to come down off your high horse and put that man up there and serve and worship him as the scripture says. Yeah, the scripture say you're supposed to worship your man. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's what it is, and that's how far you done fell. That's how bad it then got. What the things God require of you, you think is disgusting. It's horrible. But when you see it in the Bible, are you going to actually change your ways and show that you believe in God, or are you going to keep doing what the devil taught you was cool to do? That's the question, and that's what you brothers need to pay attention to with your woman. If she going to actually do what the Bible say when she sees what it says, so you can show her when she sees what it says, she going to do what it say, or she going to continue on her own path. That's how you know if you got a good woman or an evil woman. Let's go back one more again. Let's let her run it off one more again for you.
So I've posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman.
They are not looking for a modern woman. So you sisters and you women out here that's trying to figure out why you are single, why you running through man after man after man, it's because you're not doing what it takes to keep a man. You're doing what it takes to lay down with a man, show your behind, show your body all out in public, all that. Yeah, that'll get you a man in the bedroom, but it's not gonna do what it takes. You're not doing what it actually takes to keep a man. And what it takes to keep a man is actually being his peace, being his helper, being what God created you to be to a man, because then it's seamless. It's nothing for you to keep that man because he wants that action. He wants that type of behavior. He desires and craves that type of behavior. What he don't desire is a bossy chick, a chick thinks she know everything, chick want to tell you how she feel about everything. He desires the submission and obedience. That's what he desires. And if you really want to keep a man, that's all you got to be, and you'll be all right.
They want a traditional woman and that there aren't enough of them out there. So that had me
Damn sure ain't enough of them out there because they listening to social media too much and they're listening to TV too much, which is painting women in a higher light than a man, allowing women to talk crazy to a man and disrespect men and still calling it a so-called good woman.
thinking like, well, what is the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman? I wrote some notes here to distinguish the difference. A modern woman is someone who's independent. She has a full-time career. She prioritizes career and education over family and children.
That's a big one right there. The modern woman, the woman of today, prioritizes the career and other things over their family. Meaning they're not worried about a family. That's almost like I'm gonna wait till I turn 30 or 35 years old before I can settle down and worry about a family. That's the normal saying today amongst women. It's not normal for them to be 18, 19 years old and want to actually get married and have a family. When the scriptures say I would that that the younger women would marry. That's what God wants you to do. He wants you to get married at a young age, but it's been taught, no, go live your life first. Go do what you want to do. Go enjoy and blaze the trail, as they call it, which means you just out there getting knocked down by man after man after man after man, and think that this is a good thing. This is you living your life beforehand, when really you're just making yourself a worse woman to actually pair with, to bond with, for a man to actually want to connect with. Because it's extremely hard to connect with a woman that have been through all of these men. Her mindset is still on these other men that's out here. It's unfortunate, but that's the truth, y'all. Y'all have to understand God did not design women to go through all these men. He designed a woman to be able to bond and pair with this man to the point where she just is attached to this man. So that's the reason why it's such an issue when she continuously jumps from man to man to man. It makes it hard for her to attach to a man now because she's just so concerned about her own self and not concerned about serving him anymore. She's concerned about serving herself. That's why I say she that liveth in her pleasure is dead while she liveth. If she's worried about her pleasure, worried about serving herself, she cannot possibly serve her husband. These are two opposite ends. They don't match.
And she is strong and wants to be taken seriously. And
She's strong. See, that's that strong mentality. A woman saying she's strong is crazy because you don't want to get on the other end of that couch and pick it up. So clearly, you're not what strong really is. This is the mentality, meaning strong headed, meaning can't nobody tell you what to do. This is a bad thing. It's a bad attribute. It's not a good thing. But they tell you that it's a good thing in order to keep you single so they can keep you in the workforce and you pretty much the wife of society. You follow everything society say, you celebrate all their holidays, you do everything they say is right, you trust the government and everything. You become the wife of society when you're not the wife of a man. Because when you're the wife of a man, then you're under his rulership. You're under what he tells you is right and wrong. According to God, that's how it's supposed to be. You have to understand the ways today is completely backwards. The woman ends up being the leader and the man ends up following. And they both are following the ways of this world and the ways of this society and this government.
you'll probably hear her say things like, I don't need no man to support me and never depend on a man. A
And that's a lie. All right. They'll say that they don't need no man while out there looking for a man at the same time.
traditional woman is someone who focuses on family and children. She
Number one thing she put on there, she did pretty good on this list. Number one thing she put on there, focuses on family and children. This is what you have to learn to do if you want a traditional man. You have to focus on family and children. You can't be like, oh, now I want a traditional man, but he gonna have to follow me in my career and take care of me as I go and do what I want to do in my career. And I have to have, this, that, and the third, and he have to support me in it. And if I'm a DJ or I'm this and that, I have to have his support. He have to be there for me in every turn and all that. No, a man don't want that. A man want a woman that's going to prioritize him and his children. Meaning this is the first thing that she worried about when she go to sleep and when she wake up, and the last thing when she go to sleep. She worried about the family lifestyle to the point where she's not even too concerned about working as much. She's more concerned about her house. The job can change, the family can't. In today's society, the woman ain't got to the point where the family can change, but the job can't. And the job's still gonna change on your behind, but you so focused on the job, you think that that's not expendable. That's not something that you can lose, but your family is. You'll lose your family or lose your husband like it's nothing.
cooks and she cleans. She knows
I don't cook. I don't clean. Ain't that how it go? That's the anthem now. Whole time, this is what's required of you if you want a so-called provider or a good man, a godly man, a man that actually care about what God say and protecting and taking care of his family. You have to do this. You got to cook and clean. You can't say I don't want to do that when this is part of your the basics of what you are designed for. It's a reason why all your grandmas cooked and cleaned. It's a reason why that structure was found in all of our grandmas and grandfathers' households. It's because that's how it used to be before feminism. Feminism has destroyed women's minds into thinking that family comes last. So if family comes last, you're not worried about cooking and cleaning. That's the last thing on your list. When this is very much needed by your family needs you to cook and clean for them. And if you're not doing it, who's doing it? That means that house gonna end up dirty, which I see a whole lot being a handyman, pulling up to people's houses, especially these single women houses, and their house dirty as hell because they don't cook, they don't clean, and they don't even do it for themselves, not just for a man. They don't cook and clean for themselves. They just eat out and they come in the house and destroy everything in the house, make everything dirty, and don't clean it up. They clean up once a week and expect a man to actually come over and see that and want to take her on as a wife. That's craziness. But that's what I see. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. These women houses be dirty.
How to take care of her man mentally, emotionally, and physically. She's graceful and nurturing, and I'm gonna say it, submissive. So,
Yeah, again, these are words that are not supposed to be spoken. These are the words that women hate to hear: submission, submissive, subjection, obedience. Women don't want to hear these words because they've been taught that these are cuss words. These words are against a woman's nature. When the whole time this is your purpose, this is what you was designed for, which we're going to see here in a second in these scriptures. In God's word, it's going to tell you what you was designed for and tell you your purpose. Not just in today's time, because women have been here since the beginning of time with man. And you're going to see the purpose of him creating the woman was to help the man in everything.
for all the modern women out there, I hear all the time that they want a traditional man, but it's sounding to me like traditional men don't actually want modern women. And I can't tell you how many times I hear women say they don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills. So I'm just curious, women.
See, I mean, it's clear it don't make sense. Again, when she say it, it don't sound as bad. But when I say it, it's like, how dare you? How dare you say such a thing? Let me hear her say it one more time.
They don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills.
They don't cook, don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay everything. It don't make no sense, man. I mean, it clearly don't make sense, but this is the norm in society today. What is a man paying for? He paying for your behind. That's it. Because that's all you're giving. You just giving your behind and expecting him to do everything for you because your behind is just simply worth it. Because your behind is just special from everybody else behind. He's supposed to pay for everything and not get nothing in return. You ain't worried about cleaning nothing, doing no laundry, taking care of them kids, none of that. It's just your behind is worth it. This is the madness that's going on in this European country, this European-led country, which are the people of Esau, according to the Bible. Yes, America is a European country. That's where they come from.
So I'm just curious, women, do you consider yourself modern
Because it's the same thing in Europe.
or traditional? And what kind of man are you actually looking for? And for men, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a woman if it's not a modern woman?
Craziness, man. Check out what this sister got to say.
You got to be mean to your man.
Y'all heard her. I'm going to go back for the people that didn't.
You got to be mean to your man.
This is the craziness today, man. That a woman would even say something like this. But let's continue.
He got to like you more than you like him. And he got to be scared of you a little bit. He got to.
Now, why would a man ever be scared of a woman? Why? And why would you want a man to be scared of you when you want him to be the big dog protector of the whole house, but you want him to be scared of your behind? This is another case of single women keeping women single. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to live that lifestyle that they are scared to live because they're scared to obey their husband, like the Bible say. They don't want that. They want you to be single like them so they can have a better chance at actually getting a man one day. That's the part they ain't really telling you.
Think like
They trying to eliminate the competition.
this lady is crazy and this lady mean. You got to always crazy and this lady mean. You got to always keep him on his toes. He can't know the day nor the hour. In his mind, he got to always be like,
She said he can't know the day or the hour, like she Christ or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the day or the hour your master coming back. This is the foolishness that America have taught them and put them in the master position. Like I done said before, women behave like the master in the relationship. And it's okay. Nobody have a problem. But when a man start behaving like the master in the relationship, having expectations, having commandments, having discipline for not meeting these expectations, then it's a problem. But if the woman have expectations and commands you to do something and have discipline for you not doing it, telling you, oh, you gonna go sleep on the couch. Everybody look at her, oh, that's a good woman, a woman that understands her worth, understand this, that, and the third. Whole time she do not understand her worth. Because if she did, she would never speak to her Lord in that form, in that fashion. Because the Bible say, treat your husband